Yo, it's Gecko, and welcome to the first Throwback Thursday. Now you're probably saying, this can't be a Throwback Thursday. It's past midnight on May 8th, a Friday. But no, as of recording this, if I want to zoom in to the bottom right now, it is 8:23 on May 7th. This is a Throwback Thursday. I've just been struggling with a lot of stuff. I'll probably go into it while I talk. We shall see. But welcome. Now, to explain what this series is, I forgot about this. I changed one of the sprites for the characters. It doesn't affect anything gameplay-wise. But to explain what this series is, it's the first Throwback Thursday. Throwback Thursday is basically me just playing a game or talking about a series that's pretty close to my heart. And important to the channel, important to the history, that kind of stuff. But this game is not necessarily the godfather of roguelikes, but probably the first perfected roguelike. A lot of people think it's the best game of all time. Personally, I'd have it top 2 or top 3. I'll switch up on it. Sometimes I'll say it's my favorite. Sometimes I'll say Black Ops 2 is my favorite. But it's mostly nostalgia based, honestly. And deciding which was the first game I would play was a hard decision, but if you can't tell by the speedruns I've done recently, also not too hard in the fact that, this is one of my favorite games of all time. And I did put a good, I'd say 25, 50 hours into it recently, and through maturing, just growing up as a person, I'm 19 years old now. I've been playing the game for a decade at this point, genuinely. I've been playing it since it released with gold, so we are past a decade, if not coming up on it. So definitely been a long time with this game, and usually I can play it a lot faster than I am now. I am being a little careful because it's my first run on. It's how I typically like to play it. But Spelunky is the OG roguelike. It is a great game. There's sequels to it. By sequels, I mean a sequel, Spelunky 2, which is, I've heard, great. Haven't played too much of it, honestly. Another damsel spawn, but there's a little secrets to each area in the game, and that can let you do different things. And just knowing different mechanics, like for example, arrows hitting a damsel can help you in situations like that, saving time and such. Or knowing like, knowing like if I throw the bomb to the left, I'm going to kill myself. If I would have thrown it to the right there as I was trying to, it would have landed in the spider and got me some gems and some paste. But Spelunky is a game where you die a lot. I would say probably more than most roguelikes. I've played a good amount of Isaac, and the frustrating thing about that game is that you can put like 45 minutes into a run and then it's decided to be pointless, and you could kind of have a feeling it was going to be that way like 20 minutes before. This game, unless you're doing specific style of runs, it's pretty fast, which can be refreshing for somebody who has ADHD. But Spelunky is a great and very important game to me and to my heart. I did try to record this footage whenever I first came back to the game, but I, for one, struggled. I'd played for a day or two and just couldn't get the hang of it. And then I did some speedrun attempts. I set some personal bests, better than I had played in my life. And like sometimes you just try stuff. This could very well hit a shop and be an awful idea, but in the same sentence, it's like, oh look, I get down a level faster. Overall, probably wasted time, but didn't end up hitting a shop, and now I have a 5,000 gem totem on a 10,000 gem run. Stuff like that. Ooh, and it's one of the cool shops. This shop, that's a magnifying glass, you can get pretty good items, although the mystery box is always random. But Matic is pretty good for progression. I'd say up there, for sure. And Compass is honestly a top 3 item. Incredible stuff. But again, it's a roguelike, so it's very dependent. Like, there's some stuff where if I wanted to try to find the damsel, and honestly it does sound close, it could be worth feeding to this Kali altar for another item. That could be great stuff. The majority of the items are very helpful. I'd say about half of them are super helpful. So if you can find a damsel next to a Kali altar, it's definitely worth it. But my inspirations for playing this game, getting into it, most aspects around it come down to Israel Blarg, which I think he just goes by Blarg now, and Jamie White. Both incredible YouTubers. Kenny Jupp, as a lot of you guys will probably know them as. Yeah, definitely very, very influential people in the sphere. Couldn't find the damsel this level. Had some struggles with that for sure. I would say my favorite platformer of all time. I love stuff like Scratch and going on there. And by the way, was there a a kissing booth and I just didn't process that would me and a dog. That definitely could have happened, but I could be processing wrong as well. One of the first secrets, which I will be showing off in the video, is getting a gold key in this gold chest, which can spawn between 1-2 and 1-4. Rarely 1-4, I feel, but happened this run. You can get the Ujat Eye, which whenever you go to the jungle helps a lot for finding I'm throwing. Helps a lot for finding the black market. I save that right there. I started to platform a little bad, but is the way it goes. And if you notice, I got over 20 seconds. If you go over 20 seconds and get 21 seconds, it's possible for it to be a dark level. That looks so scripted, but that was a coincidence. It is something to keep in mind, though. That is why you want to be moving fast, even if it's not a speed run. There's no reason not to want to get, a chance at not getting a dark level. Most of the time. This is an unlucky situation. Please jump on him. What are we doing? I'm alive. I'm alive. I'm alive. Please! Ah! I definitely could have lived that if I made some better movement there. That is a reason you like to have your whip. You can get out of situations like that easier. But Matic is great for transversing. Like, I could go down a level right here, which wouldn't actually be useful, but thought it would have been. But Spelunky, very fast-paced game, very, very fun game. And we will be playing until I beat the first boss of the game. The second boss I've only beat once in my life, and I've made it to the final area where that boss is held. Also only a handful of times. I'd say probably 3 or 4. Sometimes you can misplay like that, where I just time it wrong. But to show off what I meant by the Kali altars earlier, by getting a free item, there are 8 different items if I'm not wrong, and some of them are pretty good. That one's on the lesser side of goodness. It lets you throw stuff super far in a straight line like that, which some people hate. I don't have too much of a problem with. And then paste makes you have sticky bombs. That was a skeleton. But there are a lot of good habits you can develop. A lot of it is just habit building and trying to do stuff good. You notice I do some great habits at times, and other times I just not locked in, don't care in the slightest. But stuff like grabbing the ledge and transversing down can lead to super fast gameplay, but sometimes fast gameplay isn't always even what you want. Ooh, and like right there, if I would have just positioned myself better, I could have gotten out of that too. But if I would have positioned myself better, I could have entered the door without the arrow hitting me. But sometimes you make mistakes. 'Tis the life of a Spelunky player. I think I've gotten most of what I want to cover in the Throwback Thursday out the way. I just cut ahead to the winning run, which will likely still be commentated pretty heavily. But yeah, just wanted to do a quick little intro to the Throwback Thursday series, as the first attempts of videos didn't go the greatest. I'll probably do this last run played out, just for the fun of it, unless I hit a shop, which I didn't, very luckily, actually, get that to trigger. And then get me some bomb. But yes, I do watch a lot of Blarg, if you notice on my second channel, which is supposed to be basketball based, but a lot of basketball stuff has happened, and it's like peak basketball content, and I just have not been locked in for it. So, not as much. I think next season is when I'm really going to try to get that channel going. But on that channel, I am a member of Israel Blarg, or Blarg is the channel is called now. And I watch pretty much every upload. My brother, my fellow Gronk, trying to get more fans of that audience. And I do think this will be the last Spelunky video on the channel, unless I continue to run the game in my free time, in which I might as well post the videos here, because where else would I post those, and they, they have a chance to perform in the algorithm, that kind of stuff. But in general, I do think the Throwback Thursdays will be going a different direction, and they will be being produced a lot more commonly, which would be fun. Another thing that would be fun is being able to show off the black market and such, especially in a potential winning run. I do have the confidence to do that. But, oh, and I kill off the damsel. Wanted to deliver them to safety, but stuff happens. But that is my goal. We might be robbing the black market whenever I get there, but I do want to at least visit. I haven't got a big money run in any terms so far. Ooh, and if you notice that little tick is how you know that there's a black market, which you usually want to look before you just start throwing bombs everywhere. I heard 2 ticks over here, so we just go. I say. And that is it. I probably should have saw that, but I did not. Ooh, that was unlucky. That could have been really bad. And it was pretty bad, but I think we ball. Actually, I know there's a chance for those to drop spring shoes. But we ball. This is the jungle, by the way. It gets a lot more difficult at this point. Not sure if I've made it here yet. And sometimes you can be bald, and this just sucks from the get-go. But we got a decent... Oh! Like that, actually. I was going to say we got a decent one, but no. We got a Tiki Man spawn, which caused the shopkeepers to trigger, and me not to even get to scout the black market. Which, such is the luck of a game as Spelunky, which is, if I haven't explained yet, randomly generated. But we will be jumping ahead to the winning run. I know you're going to miss my commentary. That's super deep and in detail, but if I win fast or stay off the tilt, hopefully that'll continue to be the case after this cut. I'm wrong. Please fall. Please fall forever. You did not fall forever! I think you have to bomb that little ledge, and I negated that step. Wait, yes, yes. Yes, very much yes so. Yes so very much. See, I could feel the spring shoes, despite not knowing there was going to be spring shoes, and that's why I started saying yes preemptively. I'm seeding these runs. Yes, yes, despite only trying to beat Olmec and spending... I don't even want to check how long this footage is. These are most definitely being seeded right now. Yes, I seeded me a dark level. I thought this would be a fun challenge. I mean, at least the shopkeepers aren't mad. It's more than I can say about most runs. Oh, that was a leap of faith. Oh. I have spring shoes and shopkeepers aren't mad. This should be a blessing. But it is disappointing to see 46 seconds on the clock and I'm experiencing dark levels. That could be a cape. Ooh, what is my luck? I am not a psychic. I think I've gotten multiple things wrong this run, but I do have good game sense. At least I like to think so. Is Doggy down here? Please be. Oh! What is my third item gonna be? I think I played that right. It's not gonna be paste. Is gonna be spike shoes. I have been able to feel stuff weirdly. Like right before it happens, I'm like, I can feel that. Ooh, I like this. I very much like this. In situations that like the hover pack would be useful in. But we have... This is my second dark level, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, this is the cape run. This is my second dark level. This seed is outrageous. I just hit water on a dark level. Are we serious right now? Oh, it's a water dark level too. An inaccessible puppy. How sad. What? I missed the exit somehow. Oh, that was it on drop. I went right and just didn't check it. Slightly embarrassing. At least I'm getting consistent jungle runs. I could have earned it badly if you got eaten by the piranha. Get some bombs. But it's not worth it. I just don't care enough, you know? Especially on a run with so much stuff and no shopkeepers mad at me. Like, why even risk going in there with the piranha plant, you know? Especially when I can leave with 6 hearts. A cape and spring shoes, double transversible into the ice levels. Following my own rules, I should just win this from here. The jungle does just throw stuff at you, though. Or you can throw stuff at yourself, like that. but it's still survivable. We're just gonna leave. I can't. This isn't even final level. Oh, it is. Thank goodness. More than anything. No longer have bombs for a Yeti level or the temple or Olmec. But I got ropes. That's all you really need. Come on. Yeah, no dark jungle. I think we're good. What? We're just not even gonna risk going for that doggy. I was risking the 7th heart, now I'm not risking the 5th. My goodness. That was a scary one. Sorry, I had to lock in there for a second. It scared me so bad. Could even go to the worm. I'm good at worm. I really am. I'd say I've survived worm the majority of the time, but we're not going. Just gonna send my doggy there. Oh, I don't have compass. I did think I was doing this a little better than I am. Like, I thought this was free, but this is not free. Like, situations like this one I got myself in, where I almost just straight lose. Still could straight lose. But I'm the GOAT. That was a heart thumper, though. My goodness, I hope this run makes the video. I mean, there's a chance. I think this is my farthest. I could just put it in there for fun. Let's have decent commentary the whole time. Ooh. Oh, I thought that was another one where I was just dead. Yeah, I had Ujat Eye. I missed Black Market for sure. I don't think it pronged. I'm gonna do a zoom in if it did, and this is the run, so we'll see that on screen now. Yeah, we just go. This is not worth my time. Even this is scary. I'm just taking the crate and running. Compass! That was worth my time. And no. I mean, I'm borderline PB pace. If I did like a crazy Olmec, I'm just not that guy. We just leave. Don't even risk nothing. You are in temple. Ooh, you are in temple. For sure. My goodness. Don't risk anything in temple. If I could, though, I would love your body. I just need to activate this. Thank you so much. You're actually a lifesaver. Wow. Great run. Great run. Not too much to say outside of that. Just got some pretty lucky early game loot. Without anchoring shopkeepers, which sometimes is genuinely all it takes in a roguelike like this. See no lava boys spawning, so I don't even have to rush there. And we're on to Temple 3, which is the last temple. There is one more temple level, but it is the boss fight for this video. Prayer to Kali labels are kind of rare. Labels, I say. Labels. Still taking big risks here and getting rid of my final ropes, but I do think it is worth it, as this will be an Olmec fight. Hopefully I don't lose, and hopefully this makes the video, but I am not the most consistent on my Olmec kills. But this is borderline Spelunky. I mean, I've played a pretty good game. I can't lie to myself. I just don't even have ropes. I don't even know how to do an Olmec kill, no bomb, no ropes. I've watched No Percent, but don't really remember it. Got an unlucky one there. Could I get a little? No. Yeah, no. Could kind of see that before it happened. Wait, I might be able to do this, though. Maybe? Wait, go over here. Yes. Yes, I do have an entry point. I think. Yes. Okay. We're up here. That took some big brain gaming. 12 bombs. I think we win. Like, off of that. Wait, I could play this bad. Like that, my goodness. But I think this is just a win. It's a good spot. I wish I could see. It's hard to tell. I'm just gonna drop another one down there to be safe. Yeah, I think that's lava. Well, this is Olmec. Wasted the time for it not to be Spelunky. But this is the final boss of Spelunky, man. Oh, that's too much over. No, it's not. That's Spelunky for you. That's the game completed. 4 hearts, 14 bombs. Nowhere near breaking any of my records in terms of speed or score. I mean, a little close on speed. That's almost Spelunky. But still, Spelunky, great game. Highly recommend for people, man. Very, very close to my heart. We'll be doing more Throwback Thursdays. I've been going through a little bit of a phase on top of the stuff I'm going through, which didn't get to talked about too much in this video, but there's plenty of time. I think I'm going to get into streaming at some point too, so just wait for that. And please communicate in the comments. Any engagement helps, but anything you have to say would, you know, for sure help in terms of direction and stuff, getting me to do this, because it's kind of hard. The YouTube checks are nice, but when you're working full time, it's like difficult to find the time for it and want to commit to it when you're already so drained and can barely find time for family and friends and such. But pretty peak stuff, man. Pretty peak. My goodness. Just wanted to hop on here for a sec and talk about the concept of these as a series. This is a series which I've hyped up and I might have spread some misinformation about in my recent videos, but it's called Throwback Thursday. It's something I've been very excited for. I mostly just want to show off games that are near and dear to my heart. Potentially I'll be streaming, potentially you'll see more content, or maybe it's just something that's really important to me and I just wanted to make some content on and wanted to put it on the YouTube channel where I share everything else. So, first in the series, you'll notice the thumbnail will, hopefully that little part of the thumbnail will continue to be in the videos, and the rest of it will be dynamic depending on the game. But expect a lot of these, expect these to be weekly, and expect this to be the main meat and potatoes content for a while, which I know it's not that highly edited. I know it's that kind of stuff, but I want the stuff that takes that kind of effort to be a treat and something to be to look forward to, you know? Like the 2025 video I'd made. So, yeah, I want to keep these up as the weekly meat and potatoes content on top of the member content. So we'll be going into that more in another time. But thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys, and I hope you have a happy Thursday. Gotta come up with a better